Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa from 8th House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I'm here with the video to welcome Virgo season 2022. If you'd like to learn more about what you can do to harvest the fruits of your labor in 2022, stay tuned for the rest of this video. Now is a really important time to get clear and get on it when it comes to your health, healing, work, and service. Really your spirit and soul work. When we reach Virgo season, we are dead center of the traditional calendar year. We have also reached the middle of the astrological year. We are now in the 6th house or 6th sign of the zodiac. Virgo season, which begins August 22nd, represents all of the lessons from Aries to Leo in grown-up form. During the first 6 journeys of the sun through the zodiac, we are growing up from newborn as Aries to toddler as Taurus, child as early childhood for Gemini, elementary age for Cancer, middle and secondary age for Leo, the teenager, and we have finally arrived at Virgo, where we are taking all of those lessons and figuring out how to place them and work with them in adulthood, which is why you have Virgo as an earth sign, which is practically grounding all of that energy. It's the second coming of Mercury, which is known to focus on communication and intellectual thought and travel and expansion in ways. But because this Mercury has now found itself in an earth element and not in the lofty element of air where it can move and expand, it's decided to make its home of ideas and structures in the real world. And because we have moved into the adult stage of ego, we now have greater understanding of the world around us. We are on our 2nd elemental cycle within the zodiac. So we are bringing more earthly intelligence, and from our previous phase, more fire intelligence. So we're bringing more action and more ability to materialize into our adult state of being. I say all of this because I think it helps to describe some of the traits that you experience in Virgos. Virgos are very cautious. They are big on service because you're trying to cut your teeth as an adult and make sure everybody knows and understands the value that you have. We go to school through, college, and it's all about who we're going to be and what we're going to do, right? And physically produce when we become an adult. Virgo is the perfect picture of that from the astrological perspective and archetypal space. It wants to serve. It wants to create things of value. It wants to do things right. It has wisdom in that it can see the things that people have done wrong because it's been a student of doing what's right because really wants to, anybody in this space wants to crush adulthood, not for fame and glory, but for the benefit of all. And so it's a really good time in our lives to focus on looking at our routines, our habits, our rituals, our plans, the small advances we make in our everyday life, and to really dig into that so that we can, at the time of the harvest moon, which happens during Virgo season, we can harvest big and reap in 2022. This is a time to get down to brass tacks. It's also a really important time to pay attention to what is happening in your body. Virgo season 2022 is extremely active as it relates to stellar planning and applying that to make your life easier. This 30-day period is, again, marked by dual energy because it's a seasonal crossover point. It's the end of summer and the beginning of fall. Right now, we are also in the middle of retrograde season where Pluto, Neptune, Jupiter, and Saturn have gone retrograde. And on the day I'm releasing this, Uranus is joining them in retrograde. And not 2 weeks later, on September 9th, Mercury will join. So we have an internal focus right now. In addition to Virgo being the sign of domestics, work, and service in traditional astrology, which I am also trained in, Virgo is the sign of illness and healing. Really, where illness will show up in your body and the ways in which we want to address things to make it better. With all the retrograde energy that we have, everything is telling us to focus inward. And doing that inward focus with a Virgo eye can really yield some keen observations around how you want to move things forward and where you want to pull things back. It can also help you to review, double check, clean, and purge anything that you don't need in your life. Because remember, we have to clean out and create a vacuum to really reap a energetic harvest of our manifestations. If we're too bogged down with things from the past or things that we're holding on to, we won't be able to take in all that's available for us. And that also leads us to a similar focus in Virgo season, body wisdom. Because Virgo is the sign that rules the small and large intestines, the spleen, the pancreas, the digestive system. This is why natives of Virgo the maiden not only love nature and pets and those things that cannot really defend themselves, but that energy and that experience of their care and worry and anxiety shows up in their tummies and in their digestive system. These natives have to be really careful about what it is that they take in. They may experience restrictions in their diets. They also benefit from doing moving meditation like Tai Chi, Qigong, anything that creates not only a relaxing energy in the mind, but also engages the body because of the earth sign element. And they need to have that mind-body tie-in in order to expel some of the energy that aggravates the digestive system. When you think about what the digestive system does, it analyzes and takes in all that the body needs, aka harvesting, and really helps to release all that we do not. That's a big metaphor for what we want to get accomplished during Virgo season. Virgo season activates our throat chakra after just having opened our heart chakra in Leo season. We need to learn to speak our truths. We need to learn to first activate our heart before we speak our truth so that we can be in alignment. And the biggest truth that Virgos need to work with is done is better than perfect, and that I am the boss of my plans. They serve me. Higher nervous energy starts to run when we get that balance backwards, and we feel as if we must serve our plans, and we have failed if we have not embodied our plans the way we wanted or intended. We made our plans so we can make new ones if they don't feel successful, or if they don't feel like the thing that we really want or need in a given moment, right? We have that power and we have that ability right now. We have to remind ourselves through self-talk, and that would be one of the best things that you can do for yourself during this season. Consistently reminding yourself that done is better than perfect, and that you're the boss of your plans, and that they serve you. That is a specific astrological medicine that can help you make it through these pretty tense, yet rich times, especially as we're thinking about what's happening with all of the retrogrades. And so the last thing that I wanted to focus on for this particular video is just a few things that you can attend to as we start both Virgo season and today move into the second part of the Uranus retrograde for 2022. Uranus is in Taurus, and so we are having impact in the earthen element. We're going to have and see some impact across the areas of finance, personal wealth, value, money, so many of the ways that Virgo energy has, Taurus energy has to show up in our life because Uranus is in Taurus. Being in this time of Virgo is going to give us extra discernment, and if you pray or meditate, focus on clarity and discernment during this period of time as we have so much backwards motion in the sky. But good places to focus your energy are on reflecting on anything that energetically matches or shows up during these cosmic events. Knowing that Uranus and Uranian energy is one of revolution, rebellion, and eccentricity in the midst of its backwards motion. Make sure to check on your technology of all kinds, your vehicles, to make sure that they are in working order, and any other mechanical item that you use regularly. These are items that may be up for restoration or repair during the season. And finally, please plan for and anticipate disruptions in these areas, but recognize that they are a way shower to innovation. So welcome them with open arms so that we can reap harvest even from this. And so I really would love to encourage you, if there are more things that you would like to learn about this particular season, to head over to my blog, The Wisdom Well, so that you can pick up even more specifics about what's happening for Virgo season astro weather. And if you really want to be able to decode the messages that you have for Virgo season, you need to identify where it is in your chart. And you do that by heading over to my website and getting a free copy of your birth chart, so you can know your big three in astrology, your sun, moon, and rising sign. And you can locate the house ruled by Virgo, so you can further delineate this information for yourself. As always, crystals are some of your best friends when traversing the cosmic weather. I highly recommend you check out the link in the description below for grabbing some of these beautiful, high quality, ethically sourced crystals, and use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom for 11% off at checkout. Virgo season is full of a lot of light and love. It's also going to be marked by Mercury Retrograde, which I will definitely get into in another video. But I hope that this has been a good primer and orientation for what's to come over the next 30 days that you can use to empower yourself. That is the power of astrology. Life does come with an instruction manual. It is written in the stars. If you have enjoyed any of the content in this video, please like and share this video. Also comment and subscribe, because it helps me and my channel out. And until next time, wise ones, sending you lots of light and love. Take care.